Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. And today in this video we will be learning a bit more about integers. In the last class we learned about the basic stuff about integer. In this class we will be learning about it will be a very small video, very short video about the integer part of any number. So you will have to determine that what is the integer part of any given number, whether be it's a normal number or whether be a decimal number or a fraction number. So you just have to tell the integer part of any number, and this is a very interesting topic to understand in the advanced algebra, to understand in the advanced arithmetic solutions. We need to understand the integer, or in whether we can call it integral part, whether we can call it actually integral part of this of any number. Integral part or integer part, both are correct, one and the same thing. So if I give you a number 7.8, there's a number, I will give it three examples: 9.0, and the third one is minus 5.6. So here I want to understand from you that what do you understand by these numbers. Of course these numbers are, one is a fraction. If you have gone through my previous video, which I'll be sharing the link, about can numbers be less than 0. So there's a particular topic or a particular video about can numbers be less than 0. If you have gone through it, you will understand this is a fraction, this is an integer, and this is again a fraction. Okay, but here my aim is to understand that what is the integral number of these particular numbers, integer part of this number. So if I just write the integer part, so integer part of this number will be the first letter that you see here. So 7 is the integer part of this number, 9 is the integer part of this number, and 5 minus 5 is the integral part of this number. Okay, this is the answer. Now we'll be talking about this in detail. What does 7.8 means? So again you'll have to map this number somewhere on the number line. If you remember how we do it, we just map 7 and we map 8. This number will be somewhere here, which is 7.8. So if you can see, this number has been formed by 7 plus 0.8. This gives you 7.8. So if you add 0.8 in 7, this number changes to 7.8. That's why 7 is the main integer part. 7 is the main integer part, and 0.8 is the decimal part. So now we have a basic idea about how a number is formed. A number is formed by an integer plus a decimal part. So all the numbers in the world can be represented in this basic form, all the numbers. So if you see the second example, the second example is all about 9.0. Now this 9.0 can be written as 9 plus 0.0. This gives you 9.0. Hence integral part becomes 9, the decimal part becomes 0. The third example is minus 5.6, which becomes nothing but minus 5 minus 0.6. Now this is you'll have to understand this cannot be minus 5 plus 0.6. It does not become minus 5.6. Remember, this is a basic operation on integers. So if you have a debt of minus 5 and again you take a loan or debt of minus 0.6, your total debt becomes minus 5.6. So this we will understand in the further subsequent video, in which we will be only discussing about the operations that we can do on an integers, right? So here, just for your information, I will teach you, like right now you just remember minus 5 minus 0.6. this total becomes minus 5.6. Hence the integer part becomes minus 5, and or you can also write like this way. Okay, let us understand this way: minus 5 plus minus 0.6. Why? Because on the number line, see this on the number line, somewhere it is 0, somewhere here it is minus 5, and let us zoom it, minus 6 here. Okay, so what I want to trying to show you is this one. So somewhere it will be so we are adding again a minus 0.1, so that's why it becomes minus 5.1. We are again adding minus 0.5 to 5, minus 5, this becomes minus 5.5, and when we add minus 5 minus 1, complete minus 1 to the number, it becomes minus 6. Hence you can write minus 5 which is an integral part of this number, and we are adding minus 0.6 again to the minus 5, that becomes minus 5.6. Now the second thing that we will learn in this particular integral part of any number is, let us take the same three examples: 7.8, 9.0 and minus 5.6. Now the question changes. What is the smaller integer part? What is the smaller integer part of this number? And what is the larger integer part of this number? For determining the smaller and the larger integral part of this numbers, you will have again go through the number line. So there's quite a use of number line all the time. You have to take that in mind, how to represent every number on the number line, so that you can find out the smaller as well as larger. So let us understand. Okay, forget about 0, forget about the negative numbers. We will only try to map this 7.8 on the number line. So somewhere here 7 it is there and 8 is there. Okay, this is how, and somewhere here might be 0. So if you see, here it will be 7.5 and here it will be 7.8. Okay, now tell me, what are the two integers in which or between which this number lies? So 7.8 actually lies between 7 and, yeah, you got it right, very nice, 8. So the smaller integer part of this number will be 7 and the larger integer part of this number will be 8. Very good. Now again doing the same thing for 9, make a number line. Here is 9, here is 10. So what is the smaller integer part of this number? Okay, here is the catch. 9 itself is an integer, right? 9 itself is an integer. So this question is not valid for 9. This question is not valid for 9. Why? Because the smaller and larger integer doesn't exist any number which itself is an integer. So 9 is itself is an integer. Hence there is not applicable, no smaller and no larger integer. Why? Because I'm not asking about 9.1, I'm not asking about 9.2, I'm asking about 9.0. So hence this particular question only lies for those number which are actually not absolute integer. Okay, great. So let us understand the third example, minus 5.6. So minus 5.6, we will be there's a catch in this particular number. Here is the minus 5, here is minus 6, and somewhere here lies minus 5.6. So tell me, which are the two integers between which this number is coming? Minus 5 and minus 6. But which is the smaller one? Great, minus 6 is the smaller one. So a smaller integral part will be minus 6 and the larger integral part will be minus 5. Okay, these are one of the most basic about a integral part of any number, and with the three examples I have shown you how to calculate the integral part of any number. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the content of this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and spread as much as you can. Thank you so much. Enlighten everybody. Thank you so much.